Hi, this is Shiva and I'm gonna be analyzing the movie Black Swan, directed by Darren Aronofsky in 2010, and give a summary of the story, and then I'm gonna be analyzing part by part. This movie, Black Swan, is about a ballerina named Nina, which works in New York City Ballet Company and lives with her mom, who has a lot of control over her, but what controls her is her work. This shows when director Thomas is casting for the Swan Lake, and Nina is accepted because she's really good. Until Nina's competition starts to come along, and her name is Lily. Lily impresses Thomas, and this follows them being in a really twisted friendship, which follows Nina gets more in touch with her dark side, which leads to a horrible transformation. This transformation is explained by many of the movie scenes, as she suffers from a mental condition called schizophrenia, which she experienced paranoia, hallucinations, and delusion. As she started the exercises for the show, she falls more deep into it. She started to see scratches on her back as we slowly go through the movie, and it gets more concerning until we arrive to the end, and she's completely transforming the dark side of hers, and it follows her stabbing herself. At the end of the movie, she performs the last scene of the Swan Lake. Nina is bleeding, and we see her passing out as she says to Thomas that I was perfect. Okay, let's start with the analysis. I'm gonna explain the characters first. First, we have the Nina, which is the main character. She's dealing with schizophrenia, and she's a young girl that is really innocent, and she's really a good girl, and her mom controls her all the time. And then we have the mom. The mom is very protective of her, and she wants to know what she's doing, where she's going, and she wants her daughter to be the best. And then we have the Thomas, which is the director. He seems to be not a good guy. He only wants the show to be perfect so he can claim some money, maybe. As we go through the movie, we see the old dancer sees Nina, and she asks Nina if Nina slept with Thomas, and that's how she got the place that she got, and which means that maybe Thomas abused some of the dancers, and that's he using some dancers. As we go forward, we see Lily, which is the opposite side of Nina, which in my opinion, Lily is the dark swan and Nina is the white swan, is just a representative of each. And Lily is a strong woman. She knows how to talk with boys. She knows how to seduce a guy. That's the characters. The main character. We have other characters, but the main character that we see a lot in this movie is the ones I told you. So the storyline of this movie is really clear, so it's just a storyline. There is no specific thing into it. It's just really basic, but what really makes this movie unique is the scenes that are very detailed about her, like Nina's condition and her mental health. The movie starts with Nina seeing a dream of being a swan, so that's the first thing that she comes in her mind. We see her mother making her breakfast, and then we go through going to the company, the ballet company. She gets ready, and she's in the metro. So when she's in the metro, the thing that we see a lot in this movie is that she we see a lot of shots through windows and mirrors. Like she doesn't, we see a hallucination, we see delusion, we don't like, that's how she sees this stuff. So that's how the shots are made, so we feel more connected to the character. So we see her looking at herself in the window of the metro. As she looking through herself, she sees someone in the back and she thinks that it looks like her. So she doesn't know if it's like, she just looks so like her. That's in her mind. And I think it's really interesting about the movie. Starting wearing really light bright pink, like she has like a white shawl and really pastel color coat, pink pastel color coat. The other character, like the girl that she sees in the mirror, is wearing really dark coat, which is black coat or something, and like gray shawl. And we go through that and we see the Thomas comes and she picks some girl for the audition to cast them for the Swan Lake. And we see Nina is one of the girls that got chosen to do the audition. And during she's doing the audition, Thomas is happy with how she performs. But when she does the Black Swan performance, she's losing. She doesn't have the strong personality that the Black Swan has. So Thomas is not really sure about that. As she does it again, she does the performance again, we see Lily comes in and she closes the door really loudly, that it cuts the focus of Nina, and Nina cannot dance anymore. So we see that she's really mad and she's really angry and sad inside. And we see Thomas that looks on Lily, and he doesn't care about Nina anymore. Like he doesn't notice Nina anymore till Nina gets out and she tells her mom and everything. And we go through that. So at that point, before she goes to the audition, something that really important happens there, which she is sitting in the hallway that dancers are sitting for the audition, and we see a girl, like the old ballerina, the one that was the last queen. She comes out of her room and she's really angry, she's dropping stuff, she's screaming, and then she gets out really angry. So Nina goes to the room and she steals the lipstick and some of her makeup. At the other scene, we see her wanting to go out and talk to Thomas about the audition, and we see her coming out of her house, and in the metro, the same scene that she's looking at herself in the window of the metro, she puts the lipstick that she stole from the old ballerina on. So that's in my point of view, her mom doesn't let her use makeup, or she doesn't buy her, or she doesn't let her to buy these kind of things, or maybe she doesn't have the color of the lipstick, which is red. And then we see her going to see Thomas, and she asks for the audition. So she asks him if he can give her the Swan place, and he comes and he kisses her, and this is the first time that we see her doing something like to stand for herself, and she bites Thomas and leave. And this is the first time that she does something that is not good, or something that is aggressive kind of way, and she never does something aggressive. So that's the starting point of her transforming, in my point of view. As we go through the movie, we see that she gets chosen. So the other scene that I wanted to talk about is the scene that she goes home and she sees that she calls her mom, and her mom is not, it seemed that her mom is not home, and she goes to her mom's room, and we see that clearly all her mom's was drawing what is just a face, and there are like 50 scratches drawings of faces all around the wall, and at that point they all start to screaming and yelling, and it really hurts Nina. But at that point we can realize that maybe her mom is also trying to deal with some condition, and it's actually comes from her mother, the condition and her mental health. Thank you for watching.
Done. Thank you very much. Just not sure you're feeling up to it. Leave me alone! It's my turn! It's my turn!
Swan places in 5.